I know sometime during this pandemic, you're probably like, why am I in school? The world is ending, so what is even the point? But don't think like that. You have to think positive. Just think this is a small blimp of your life. Hey everyone, it's Cellabella Slay. Thanks for clicking on this video. Are you interested in learning more about going to college during the pandemic? Well, stay tuned so you can hear about my experience and some tips and tricks to make next semester a better semester. So who am I? I'm a third-year law student in Chicago, which is where I'm originally from. And by the end of my law school career, I would have gone to law school halfway online, which is crazy to even think of. So first, I want to talk about the bad. So I lived at home before the pandemic, but now I'm living at home and I'm always at home. It's great to not live alone at this point because I know a lot of people are lonely. However, it's crazy, it's chaotic because, there's other things going on in my background. I'm in class, I'm at work, and it's sometimes just hard to focus. So another thing is the sickness all around us. So the virus, it could be a little scary to go outside. There's people that are dying daily. I've even had family members to pass away during this time. So it's been a crazy time and it's been very hard to focus. The first semester during the pandemic was much harder to focus, and I'm a little bit more used to it now, so it hasn't been as bad. So the next thing I want to talk about is the social injustice. It's really hard to be in these different spaces, especially as a law student, and any college student can feel during this time is really hard to focus on school yet again, when people are being treated unjustly. It just doesn't make sense, and despite everything that's going on, you're supposed to just push through it and go to school, and that's been really hard to do. So another thing is Zoom fatigue. Um, I had never used Zoom before this pandemic, but now I really wish that I could just throw it out at this point because I am tired of being on Zoom all the time. And I know a lot of you all are feeling the same way. It's really hard to connect with people through Zoom. I have a job. I've never met them in person, which is awkward, but that's the new way of this world. There are some positives to having to do everything virtually, but at the end of the day, it is a little difficult to constantly connect virtually and never in person. You all, as college students, may have a job, or you may be interested in getting a job during this pandemic. It is totally doable. It is hard to focus yet again, but it's something that you could do. It's a good way to make money during this time if you're fortunate enough to be able to do it. Me personally, I have worked a job during this pandemic and it has definitely been difficult, but it's been interesting because I never would have thought that I would have had a job virtually and never met my supervisors online, but I have done it. It also has helped me allocate my time efficiently if I want to get everything done. So while in this pandemic, I've done extracurriculars in school. I've worked a job, like I said. I've had a full course load. So it is definitely something different. So now I want to talk about some tips and tricks to help you have a better semester next time around. So my first thing is create a daily routine. So make sure you get up early enough. I know a lot of people, they like to roll out of bed and just go to class. I know you've seen those memes where, they say my class starts at 8:15 and I get up at 8:12. Don't do that. You don't need to do that. You should get up a little bit earlier just so you can have time. Me personally, I like to watch TV in the morning. It helps me just, relax and get ready for my day. But you could do other things to help just mentally ground yourself so you can prepare yourself for this day so you don't run into it like, it just hits you like a wrecking ball. The next thing is to make sure you're aware of your class schedule. I know we can lose track of the time of the day, all of that during this pandemic. So it is definitely important to make sure you're aware of what the day is and also, what classes you have, what activities you need to do, what extracurriculars, what hours you need to work, all those different things. And if you prepare the night before just for the day, it's a little easier to prepare for the day since you aren't going anywhere, so it shouldn't be that difficult. So you should definitely try it. Another thing is keep a planner. Now, I don't know about you all, but I buy a planner every single year. Do I use it? No. I use it the first week, and that's it. Maybe 2 weeks. But I recommend to you all to use a planner. Put down the important dates. This will help you stay on track with things. Actually look through that planner at least 3 times a week. I know for some people it may be difficult to do it every day, so at least look through it 3 times a week. Keep it on your desk. Keep it wherever you keep your books so it's always in your face. Just write down everything you need to do in there so then you can just stay organized and on task. Next thing is to make a to-do list. I personally have done this and this has helped me. Like I said before, I did a lot during this semester in school. Like I said, from work to school to extracurriculars. So it has been hard to stay on top of things. And if I had not used a to-do list, a lot of things wouldn't have been done. So it is important to make a daily to-do list. Do this every single day. It only takes 1 to 2 minutes. You just think about everything I need to do, like, oh, I need to buy this, pay a bill, do this assignment, it's due this day, so I need to have it done by this time, read this, call this person, do this. Any type of thing you need to do, put it on that list, put it on that to-do list, so then you're able to keep up with your day and keep up with everything. And by the end of the day, you'll check off everything and you'll feel accomplished. So it'll definitely help. Last thing I want to talk about is be realistic during this time. This time has been so hard for so many people, and some people unfortunately have not made it through because of their mental health. So it's important for you to be realistic with where we are in this world and also be realistic about where you are. So everyone is going through the same thing right now. You are not alone in school. There's hundreds of thousands, millions of students around the world that are going through the same thing. Zoom fatigue. It's hard to focus, like I said before. So with that being said, just be realistic. Don't plan to conquer the world in one day because it's just impossible. So set realistic goals every day for yourself, what you need to do. Sometimes, yeah, you may not want to do that assignment and you just might call someone, get lost, with the time, or you may binge watch a show or something of that sort. At the end of the day, just be realistic with where you are and where this world is right now. And that will help you go so far because I had to personally do that because I, kept thinking, well, I should be doing this, I should be doing that. But in reality, it just wasn't possible. Also, be honest with your loved ones and friends about what you're feeling right now. I know everyone can be lost and confused. You see one thing on the news and you see another the next day. So it's a lot to take in. So be honest with your friends. Don't act like you're just fine when you're really not, because you never know what they may do. They may give you the support that you just needed in order to get through this and help you feel better overall so you can be a better student, a better person. Find an activity to do at least once a week that makes you happy. So It's important to find things during this time that make you happy. Like me personally, I started doing yoga. I started doing daily devotionals. I meditate occasionally. I try to do it a few times a week. It helps me stay centered. So these are things that I do that makes me happy. I even started adult coloring, which is an interesting task. So by finding things that make you happy, you can still stay in touch with yourself during this pandemic. And in a world that's, making you feel a little off right now, it's great to have that one thing at least once a week that you do that'll make you feel better, because I'm telling you, it makes a world of difference. Personally, it's made a world of difference for me, so I know it'll do the same for you. So, like I said before, make sure you have to-do lists. Make sure you get a planner. Don't wake up at the last minute before class. Be realistic with where you are during this pandemic, mentally, emotionally, and actually work on that by at least doing something once a week that makes you happy. And I guarantee you, if you do these things, you will do better next semester, because you'll have a clear head and you'll be able to focus when it's time to focus on your schoolwork. So if you like this content, hit the like button down below. Subscribe to my channel. I will be posting more things, lifestyle videos, fitness, beauty. So stay tuned and you'll see more from me. Also follow me on Instagram at CellaBellaSlay. Remember, take care of yourself and see you next time. Bye.